24-year-old Daniel felt trapped, stuck in a dead-end job. He yearned for something more. Security guard training was his latest attempt to find a path. He wanted a decent job, a chance to prove himself. But training was harder than he imagined. Daniel struggled to keep up. He fumbled through drills, his movements clumsy and uncertain. The other trainees, younger and fitter, moved with an ease he envied. He felt like an outsider, his confidence shrinking with each passing day. Doubts gnawed at him. Was he cut out for this? Could he ever measure up? His nights were filled with anxieties, his days with a growing sense of inadequacy. He longed for a change, a spark to ignite his life. But hope seemed distant, a flicker in the overwhelming darkness. The weight of his situation pressed down on him. He felt lost in a maze of frustration, each turn leading to another dead end. His small apartment reflected his inner turmoil, cluttered with the remnants of abandoned dreams. The silence was heavy, broken only by the ticking of a clock that seemed to mock his slow progress. He was adrift, desperately searching for an anchor. One day, a letter arrived, disrupting the monotony of Daniel's life. It was from a distant relative, a great aunt he barely remembered. She had passed away, leaving him her small cottage on the outskirts of town. He was surprised. He hadn't seen his great aunt in years. He felt a pang of sadness, a sense of loss for a connection he never nurtured. Still, the cottage offered a glimmer of hope. It was a chance for a fresh start, a place to escape the pressures of the city. He decided to visit the cottage to see what awaited him. Packing a small bag, he set off with a mix of anticipation and uncertainty. The city faded behind him as he drove, replaced by rolling hills and quiet countryside. He felt a sense of calm wash over him, a welcome respite from the city's frenetic energy. The cottage was charming, a small stone building with a thatched roof and a rambling garden. It was old but well-maintained, imbued with a sense of peace and tranquility. As he stepped inside, he felt a strange energy, a tingling sensation that ran up his arms. The air was thick with the scent of lavender and old books. Sunlight streamed through dusty windows, illuminating a room filled with antique furniture and forgotten trinkets. He felt a sense of wonder, a feeling that he had stumbled upon something magical. He began exploring the cottage, his curiosity piqued. In the attic, tucked away in a dusty corner, he found a wooden chest. It was ornately carved, its surface worn smooth with time. He lifted the heavy lid, his heart pounding with anticipation. Inside, nestled on a bed of faded velvet, was a beautiful antique lamp. It was made of brass, intricately engraved with strange symbols. He ran his fingers over the cool metal, mesmerized by its intricate design. He felt an inexplicable urge to rub the lamp. As he did, a plume of smoke erupted, swirling and dancing in the air. He gasped, startled by the sudden apparition. The smoke coalesced into a shimmering figure, a being of pure light and energy. It was a genie, its eyes twinkling with mischief and ancient wisdom. Daniel stared in disbelief, his mind struggling to grasp the impossible. Fear mingled with awe as he gazed upon the magical being. He had stumbled upon something extraordinary, something beyond the realm of his ordinary life. The genie smiled, its voice a melodic whisper that echoed through the attic. It spoke of ancient magic, of wishes granted and destinies altered. Daniel listened, captivated by the genie's words. He felt a surge of hope, a belief that his life was about to change forever. The genie's presence filled the room with an otherworldly energy, a palpable sense of possibility. He was on the cusp of a great adventure, a journey into the unknown. The genie explained that Daniel had 3 wishes, but these wishes came with a challenge. He couldn't use them for material gain or personal glory. He had to use them for self-improvement, to overcome his weaknesses and find his true potential. Daniel was taken aback. He hadn't expected such a condition. He had dreamt of riches, of an easy life. But the genie's challenge forced him to reconsider. He had to look inward, to confront his flaws and strive for something more meaningful. He thought about his struggles, his lack of confidence, and his fear of failure. He realized the genie was offering him a chance to change, to become the person he always wanted to be. He had to choose his wishes carefully, to use them wisely, and for the greater good. The genie's challenge was a test, a hurdle he had to overcome to unlock his true potential. He knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance to break free from his limitations. The weight of the decision settled upon him. He felt the genie's gaze, a mixture of expectation and encouragement. This was a pivotal moment, a crossroads where his life could take a dramatic turn. He knew he couldn't waste this chance, this opportunity to transform his destiny. His first wish was for confidence. He wanted to shed his insecurities, to stand tall and face the world with a newfound assurance. The genie nodded, a knowing smile gracing its lips. A warm wave of energy washed over Daniel, filling him with a sense of self-belief. His anxieties seemed to melt away, replaced by a quiet strength he had never known. He felt a change within him, a shift in his perception. He saw himself in a new light, capable and worthy. He returned to security guard training with a newfound determination. He moved with purpose, his steps firm and his gaze steady. He no longer shied away from challenges, embracing them as opportunities to prove himself. He volunteered for difficult tasks, eager to test his limits. His instructors noticed the change, impressed by his newfound confidence and focus. He was no longer the hesitant trainee, but a rising star, eager to learn and excel. His interactions with the other trainees shifted. He spoke with clarity and conviction, his voice no longer trembling with uncertainty. He offered encouragement to those who struggled, sharing his own journey of self-discovery. He was no longer an outsider, but a respected member of the team, his presence inspiring others. The once daunting training ground now felt like a proving ground, a place where he could hone his skills and forge his path. His second wish was for knowledge. He wanted to learn, to expand his understanding of the world and his place in it. The genie granted his wish, filling his mind with a thirst for knowledge and a capacity to absorb information effortlessly. He devoured books on history, philosophy, and science. He attended lectures, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. He engaged in lively debates, his mind sharp and his insights insightful. He felt his intellect blossom, his understanding of the world deepening. He applied his newfound knowledge to his training, excelling in both theory and practice. He mastered complex security protocols, understanding the nuances of risk assessment and threat mitigation. He became a valuable asset to his team, his insights often proving crucial in resolving difficult situations. His instructors were amazed by his progress, recognizing his potential for leadership. He was no longer just a trainee, but a scholar, a thinker, a leader in the making. His world expanded beyond the confines of the training ground. He engaged in community initiatives, using his knowledge to help others. He volunteered at a local library, guiding young minds towards a love of learning. He joined a debate club, sharpening his critical thinking skills and engaging in thoughtful discussions. He was no longer content with a limited existence, but sought to make a positive impact on the world around him. His final wish was for courage. He wanted to face his fears head-on, to be brave in the face of adversity and stand up for what he believed in. The genie smiled, knowing this was the most important wish of all. A surge of bravery coursed through him, replacing his anxieties with a fearless resolve. He felt a newfound strength, a willingness to confront any challenge that came his way. He no longer hesitated, but acted with decisiveness and conviction. His training took on a new dimension. He volunteered for simulations, facing mock threats with unwavering courage. He tackled difficult scenarios, his mind clear and his reactions swift. He became known for his bravery, his willingness to put himself in harm's way to protect others. His instructors recognized his heroic potential, his ability to lead from the front and inspire others to action. He was no longer just a trainee, but a protector, a guardian, a hero in the making. His courage extended beyond the training ground. He stood up against injustice, speaking out against unfair treatment and defending the vulnerable. He confronted bullies, his voice strong and his presence commanding. He intervened in dangerous situations, protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. He was no longer content to be a passive observer, but an active participant, fighting for what he believed in and making the world a safer place. His transformation was complete. He was no longer the timid, unsure young man who had stumbled into security guard training. He was confident, knowledgeable, and courageous. He was a leader, a protector, a beacon of hope. He carried himself with a quiet dignity, his eyes reflecting the wisdom he had gained and the battles he had won. He was ready to face the world, to make his mark and leave a lasting legacy. His graduation day arrived, a culmination of his hard work and dedication. He stood tall among his fellow trainees, his chest puffed out with pride. He had earned his place, proving his worth through his unwavering commitment and exceptional abilities. He received his badge with honor, a symbol of his transformation and the path that lay ahead. He was no longer just a security guard, but a guardian, a protector, a symbol of safety and security. He knew his journey had just begun. He had a responsibility to use his newfound abilities wisely, to serve his community and protect the innocent. He was ready to face any challenge, to stand firm against adversity and fight for what he believed in. His first assignment was at a local museum guarding priceless artifacts and ensuring the safety of visitors. He approached his duties with quiet confidence, his movements precise and his gaze alert. He patrolled the halls, his presence a reassuring sight for both staff and visitors. He was vigilant, his senses attuned to any potential threat. He was the silent guardian, the watchful protector, ensuring the preservation of history and the safety of those who came to admire it. He interacted with visitors with courtesy and respect, answering their questions with knowledge and patience. He shared his passion for history, bringing the exhibits to life with his insightful commentary. He became a favorite among visitors, his presence adding an extra layer of enjoyment to their museum experience. He was more than just a guard. He was an ambassador, a guide, sharing the wonders of the past with those eager to learn. He felt a sense of fulfillment in his work, knowing he was playing a vital role in protecting something precious. He was a guardian of history, ensuring its preservation for generations to come. He was a protector of knowledge, safeguarding the treasures of the past from those who would seek to harm or exploit them. He was a sentinel, standing watch over the remnants of a bygone era, ensuring its legacy lived on. One evening, as the museum was closing, a group of intruders broke in, their intentions clearly malicious. Daniel sprang into action, his training kicking in instinctively. He moved with speed and precision, using his knowledge of the museum's layout to his advantage. He confronted the intruders, his voice commanding and his presence intimidating. He fought with courage and skill, protecting the museum's treasures and ensuring the safety of the remaining staff. He used his intelligence to outsmart the intruders, setting traps and creating diversions. He fought with bravery, facing down threats and never backing down. He led the remaining staff to safety, ensuring their well-being in the face of danger. He was the hero, the protector, the one who stood between chaos and order. He was the shield, the defender, the one who held the line against the forces of darkness. His actions that night cemented his reputation as a true hero. He was commended by the museum authorities, his bravery and quick thinking preventing a major theft and ensuring the safety of everyone present. He became a local legend, his story shared as an example of courage and selflessness. He had risen to the occasion, proving his worth in the face of real danger. He was no longer just a security guard, he was a true hero, a protector of the innocent, and a defender of justice. His life had changed dramatically since his encounter with the genie. He was no longer lost and uncertain, but a man of purpose and direction. He had found his calling, a career that brought him fulfillment and allowed him to make a real difference in the world. He was respected by his colleagues, admired by his community, and loved by his family. He continued to grow, both personally and professionally. He took on new challenges, embracing opportunities to learn and expand his skills. He became a mentor to younger trainees, sharing his knowledge and experience to help them find their own path. He was a leader, an inspiration, a shining example of what it meant to be a true hero. His story was a testament to the power of self-belief, the importance of embracing challenges, and the transformative potential that lay dormant within each of us. He had started as an ordinary young man, lost and uncertain, but through hard work, dedication, and a little bit of magic, he had become something extraordinary. He was a hero, a protector, a beacon of hope, and his journey was far from over. Daniel's tale is a reminder that we all have the potential for greatness within us. It is a story of transformation, of overcoming adversity, and embracing our true potential. It is a testament to the power of self-belief, the importance of chasing our dreams, and the impact we can have on the world around us. It is a story of courage, of standing up for what we believe in, and fighting for what is right. We all have our own genies, our own opportunities to make wishes and shape our destinies. The challenge lies in recognizing these opportunities, in having the courage to make the right wishes, and in dedicating ourselves to the hard work required to make those wishes a reality. We all have the potential to be heroes, to make a difference in the world, and to leave a lasting legacy. Let us embrace our own journeys of transformation, let us seek out our own genies, and let us all strive to be the heroes of our own stories. The world needs more heroes, more beacons of hope, more individuals who are willing to stand up for what is right and make the world a better place. Let us all rise to the challenge, let us all embrace our potential, and let us all strive to live lives that are both meaningful and extraordinary.